We talked about it after the finale against the New York Yankees that great teams in this league and in sports find ways to bounce back after a tough loss. And the Jays did so big time today with a 9-3 win there at Fenway Park. And with the W, the Jays are now back to 11 games over the 500 mark at 66-55. And after going, 2-10 or whatever it was in that stretch, they've now won 5 of 6. So they're playing a lot better baseball. It attributes to me, George Springer being in the lineup really does help that a ton. And he was back in the starting lineup today and made a huge impact. However, it didn't start out the greatest. Bottom of the second inning, Kike Hernandez hits an RBI single to give the Red Sox a 1-0 lead. Meanwhile, former Blue Jay farmhand Josh Winkowski, if you go back to my, what year would that be? 2019, 2018? And the Jays' years were really bad. And I was going through the minor leagues, seeing which prospects did what on what certain day. He was one of those guys that I was talking about back then. So he got the start for the Red Sox, and through 2 innings, he did a pretty good job. However, in that 3rd inning, the Jays got to him. Now, it was a homecoming for Jackie Bradley Jr., his first game back at Fenway Park since being released earlier this year. And Jays fans, we've seen a little bit of what Jackie can do. We know defensively he's good, but with the bat, we're not all that sure yet. However, it's his former team today. He shoved. Usually the pitcher does that, but Jackie did it today. He leads off with a double off the wall. Tommy Pham can't make the catch because he might have hurt him it must have hit the wall hard. And yeah, it's a leadoff double for Jackie Bradley Jr., turning the lineup over for the Toronto Blue Jays. Then the next 2 guys get out. And then the floodgates open. Gurriel doubles to the right center field gap. In comes Jackie Bradley Jr. A little bit, then Teoscar Hernandez, it's an RBI single. In comes Lourdes Gurriel. With the bases loaded, Matt Chapman walks. In comes Alejandro Kirk. And the Blue Jays continue to add on. They're now up 3-1. They're feeling great. And up comes Kevin Biggio. He hits a 2-run single. Jays up 5-1. This is all with 2 out. And then George Springer comes up, hits one the opposite way, and an awful diving attempt from Rob Refsnyder gets by him, and it's a 3-run triple for George. And the Jays score 8 runs in the inning. They bat around, and that 1-0 deficit early is gone, and you're now up 8-1 through 3 innings. Insane stuff. And then move forward to the top of the 7th inning with a couple guys on. Jackie Bradley at the dish again, and he punches a single to center field. In comes Bo Bichette. I believe Biggio into 3rd on the play as well, and the Jays continue to pile on. It's now a 9-1 ball game. Then the bottom of the 7th inning for Dew, it's an RBI single. Cordero scores on a Kevin Biggio error, and bottom of the 9th inning, Rafael Devers, it's an RBI single. Kevin Plawecki comes in to score. That was them just trying to scrape through David Phelps, use every last bit of them, and they obviously had to go to Trevor Richards for the final out. But overall, a good W. Now I'm going to sit here and say this, Jays fans, they have the Red Sox for 3. I don't care what the record says. You're at Fenway. Now that's never an easy place to play, even though the record this year has been pretty bad at Fenway Park. Doesn't matter. You then have the Angels at Rogers Center, the Cubs at Rogers Center. Then you go to PNC Park to face the Pittsburgh Pirates. All those series are winnable. Some of them are sweepable. This is where this Jays team can really build a lead in this wild card push. They did a great job winning 5 of the last 6, but they got to keep going. Great start tonight. They got to keep their foot on the gas pedal. Now, Ross Stripling got the start. He was outstanding. He's had 2 starts now since coming off the IL, and he's been magnificent in both. Had the no-hitter, had the perfect game going there against the Baltimore Orioles in the finale of that series at Rogers Center, and then today, he was stellar. 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, struck out 6, and only walked 1 batter. He was stellar. Other than the RBI single from TK Hernandez, he just cruised. Albeit, after 2 innings of work, you're down 1-0, and then you go out there for the bottom half of the third, and you're up by 7. I mean, you're in pretty good shape there, but he just cruised the rest of the way. He was outstanding. And all right, Jays fans, let's have the talk. Let's have the talk about Yusei Kikuchi. Because I have sat here, video after video with him, and tried to back him up, saying, hey, the stuff is there. You see it. Just throw strikes. Well, evidently, it's easier said than done for this guy. He opted to go back to AAA Buffalo. The Jays are like, no, you're an integral part to this team, all a bunch of bull garbage, right, that you really don't care about. So they moved him to the bullpen, which, you're not in the rotation, so at least that's a good thing. But even in an 8-run ball game, we're going nuts because we're scared. Because he goes out there and he doesn't throw a strike to the first 2 guys. 8 straight balls to start off the inning, and there's 2 on and nobody out here. I understand that you're up a ton. But my God, he was atrocious. 2/3 of an inning, 1 run. Didn't even allow it. I guess technically the error, so it didn't count as an hit against him. But didn't allow a hit technically, even though it should count as one. Allowed a run, struck out 1. He walked 3 guys and hit a batter. I guess you're up by 7 for God's sakes. I guess at that point it was you were up by 8 at that point. Like, come on now. You gotta find a way. So at this point, I've come to the stage where I'm like, look, your stuff is there, but you can't find the damn zone. You have no idea where it's going. You gotta send this guy to Buffalo. DFA him, let him clear waivers. Or let him clear to go down to AAA Buffalo. If he doesn't clear it, someone takes him. Good luck with that. But obviously that's not going to happen. So he will go down to AAA and end his season there. Because he damn well isn't going to be on the playoff roster. And you're telling me he's one of the better arms you want to bring up with the September call-up? Well, no. They already sent Zach Pop down. I'd rather have him or Julian Merriweather. Give me those 2 guys over Yusei Kikuchi any day of the week. He's got to figure it out, because either the Jays are going to trade him for cash considerations at the end of the damn year. I don't even know if you can get that for him. It's going to be weird. I don't know what's going to end up happening, but it's right this second, you got to DFA him. It's ugly. It's downright ugly. David Phelps went 2 innings of work, though, allowed 3 hits, 1 run, struck out 4 guys. He was great through the first inning and the third, but they tried to push him out there for the 9th and unfortunately gave up that 1 run. Trevor Richards finished off the ball game, getting that final out. So other than Kikuchi, the bullpen did a fine job. You only had to use Phelps and Richards. So it is what it is. Offensively, though, here we go. George Springer went 2 for 5 in the game, had 3 RBIs, obviously in the RBI triple. Vladdy went 2 for 5 in the ball game, a couple doubles. Bo Bichette went 2 for 5 in the ball game, scored a couple runs. Maybe this is a time for Bo Bichette to get his confidence back. You think? I mean, I just mentioned the schedule you have coming up. Maybe this is a time for him. I don't know. In a multi-hit game today, what can he build on this? I don't know. But couple hits, couple runs scored. You like to see it. Matt Chapman had a good day in the office. 2 for 4 with a run scored, an RBI, and he walked once. So got to base 3 of the 5 times that he came to the dish. And Jackie Bradley Jr., arguably the player of the game in this one. Got that whole thing started off in the 3rd inning. Went 2 for 3 in the ball game. 2 runs scored, an RBI. He reached into fielder's choice as well. What a day for Jackie Bradley. What a reunion for Jackie Bradley Jr. Can this continue the rest of the series? Well, we'll have to wait and see. With the lefty Rich Hill on the mound tomorrow, maybe not. Maybe go Whit Merrifield probably instead. But really nice stuff from Jackie today. I was really, really impressed. 13 hits overall for the Blue Jays, 7 strikeouts, and they walked 5 times, so good day there. Now, I just wanted to go through, because I wrote down everything that happened in that 3rd inning, and I wanted to go through this, because it was wild. And you know what? Good approach to the plate. You see what happens when you have a good approach? It throws a pitcher right off. Right, Jackie Bradley Jr. starts off with a double. Then Springer grounds out. Then Vladdy grounds out. So even got second and, 2 out, and they're still up 1-0. But here we go. Gurriel doubles. Kirk walks. Teoscar singles, Bo singles, Chapman walks. They bring in, Austin Davis to come in to pitch. Biggio hits a 2-run single. Jackie Bradley Jr. then walks. And George Springer gets a bases clearing triple. All that happened with 2 out. A good approach, and they made the guys pay. Good stuff for the Toronto Blue Jays, as they should do against the Red Sox, who are now 3 games under the 500 mark. All the other teams won today. I believe, the Mariners are probably going to win this game tonight. The Rays won. The Orioles won. We got to do our job. With the Twins losing and the White Sox losing, obviously, the Orioles, that's just going to push them farther down the chain than they already are in that wild card hunt. And with the Jays winning, they're doing their job and going out there and get a W. All right, tomorrow, look for the same sort of thing. But the question I have, and it's a big question mark for every Jays fan right now, is what is Jose Berrios going to do tomorrow? That's a big thing. If he goes out there and gives you the performance he had in New York, then we're talking about Jose Berrios finding it again. The reason I would say that is 2 road starts. His road starts have been abysmal all year long. You give us back-to-back at Fenway and Yankee Stadium, good outings, that's something huge. Also, you're playing the Red Sox, who are a decent offense. With the pitching staff's crap, we all know that. But offensively, they're not a terrible ball club. And the Yankees, well, we all know what happened at Yankee Stadium, and that really opened all of our eyes. So let's see what he's got tomorrow. And I don't know who the hell's going to pitch tomorrow. It says Rich Hill right now. Whether that's going to change or not, I don't know. But the old veteran, Rich Hill, if that does end up happening. 7-10 first pitch there at Fenway Park in the finale in Game 2 of the 3-game set there at Fenway against the Boston Red Sox. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the ball game this evening, because after the rain delay, it was quite nice to witness. Smack the like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already, comment down below thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. What you like, what you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays. The Twitter link is down below. So follow up, send me a DM to that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below. So follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, of course, tomorrow night. It'll be a little bit later than usual. I have my own ball to play tomorrow night, so it'll be a little bit later than usual, but it will be uploaded tomorrow for sure. Jays, Red Sox, Game 2 of the 3-game set at Fenway. Jose Berrios, Rich Hill, question mark. 7-10 first pitch there at Rogers Center, at Fenway Park. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the ball game tonight. We'll talk to you guys then.